Stop right there, you darn outlaw. I'm Deputy Tad Malone, and... No, he's gotta have more back to him than that. Stop right there, you darn dirty scum! I'm Deputy Tad Malone, and here to stop you from hurting any more civilians. Now reach for the sky. No, it's gotta have something different there, something better. Ooh, I'll add innocent in there. Alright, you darn innocent No, not innocent outlaw. Innocent civilians. Alright, you darn dirty scum. You've committed your last crime in this town of Redemption Springs. Now reach for the sky. No more innocent civilians will be harmed. Oh, that's just too long. I gotta figure out something better. Oh, got it. You darn dirty scum. Deputy Tad Malone is here to stop you from hurting any more innocent civilians. Now, reach for the sky! Come on, Tad, pull it out on the first try. You darn dirty outlaw, no more innocent civilians getting hurt. Reach for the sky. Say when. Ha-ha!
Whoa, 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 whoa there, Deputy!
Marshal!
Hold your fire!
Howdy, Marshal.
What in tarnation, boy, are you doing?
Well, I was just practicing my quick draw, sir.
Deputy Malone!
Uh-huh.
Well, I suppose that's a good idea.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But I don't think this is the best place for it.
Well, you think the middle of town square is a bad place? Why
Well,
for?
because what if someone else came through here, like young Lacey Cooper?
Oh. Oh, yeah, no, that won't be good. Sorry, I guess I hadn't quite thought of that there, Marshal.
Well, there's the problem, Deputy. A good lawman's gotta always be using his brain.
Oh, always using his...
Always alert.
Always alert!
Always one step ahead of the game.
One step ahead.
That's right, Deputy. That way, when some outlaw comes sneaking up on you...
Whoa, Marshal, don't shoot, don't
Reverend Young?
It's just me. Why'd you pull a gun on the Reverend for?
So sorry, Reverend Young.
Oh, it's all right. You caught me off guard. That's all. What's going on here? Everything all right?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I was just demonstrating some of the finer points of law enforcement to my deputy here.
Oh, I see.
Oh, we hadn't expected you to be back in town so soon after leaving.
Oh, yeah. Well, I came back through Redemption Springs. I wanted a chance to check on our young friend.
Young friend? Oh, you mean that outlaw?
Yes, the young lady that got shot.
Oh, well, she's still unconscious, but Doc Parker's taking good care of her.
I see.
Oh, yeah, you know, the doctor says that she's going to be making a speedy recovery here any day now. It's just, you know, he says she's quite fortunate that you happened to stumble upon her on your way back from Vulture City. Otherwise, you know, she would have been vulture food.
Well, clearly the good Lord was looking out for her. Had I not forgotten the goods that I needed to bring up to Vulture City, I wouldn't have come back this way. Sure is good, I think I came back for him.
Well, I suppose, Reverend Young.
We suppose.
Well, I mean, she is an outlaw.
Well, does that mean that the good Lord can't be looking out for her?
I guess not. I mean, yeah,
Well, I mean,
guess you could.
look what happened to the Apostle Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Right, Deputy, the
Right.
Apostle Paul.
Yep. Know exactly what he means by that.
Absolutely.
You two do know what happened with the Apostle Paul, right?
Oh, yeah, we know Paul.
Paul
Paul
Jefferson, right? He came home down to the town the other week, you know, he was in the saloon, right? Yeah, no, I know Paul.
I don't. Suppose one of you tells me what happened with the Apostle Paul, what he was doing before he met the Lord Jesus.
Oh, sure.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and tell him, Deputy.
What? Me? What? Well, now, you know, as much as I would like to tell the Reverend the story of the Apostle Paul, I feel like it's more of the job of the Marshal as the head of law enforcement here to tell him that story.
All right. Well, actually, I'm not sure.
No, you don't know neither. One of us gotta know. All right, Reverend, might as well just tell us.
Clearly so. Well, before he met the Lord Jesus. The Apostle Paul was going around, and anybody he found that trusted in Jesus as the Lord, he had them in prison. And he even oversaw several of them being put to death.
Whoa, 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 all right now.
But once he met the Lord Jesus, the Apostle Paul became the greatest missionary of all time. He went all over the place telling people the good news of Jesus.
Well, that's a mighty impressive change.
That it is, Marshall.
Yep.
That's just one of the reasons that we need to make sure that we are showing compassion to everybody, no matter who they are, what they've done.
Even if they're some no good, darn, dirty outlaw?
Even if they're some no good, darn, dirty outlaw, Deputy.
Well, I suppose you're right.
I know I'm right. Just look at me.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hold on. Oh, all right. Reverend, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'll tell you about it later, Deputy. For right now, why don't we go and check on our young friend?
I think he did.
No, wait.
Did you see a pistol tucked in his jacket?
What are you talking? That's the Reverend.
Yeah, no.
That's the Reverend. It's the Reverend.
You know, we should go on this way and act like we didn't hear nor see nothing.
What did we hear? That's the Reverend.
Exactly, Reverend.
What are you talking about, Deputy?
Reverend.
Lacey! Lacey, where are you off to?
Right here, Mama.
Lacey, honey, we got chores to do in the store.
Can't I just go see her?
Who? That outlaw?
Yes, ma'am.
I think you've been spending too much time checking up on that thief. After all, she did rob us of a lot of money that we still haven't got back.
I know. But don't you remember what Reverend Young said?
I know. We're supposed to care for people in need.
Well, she seems like she needs a lot right now, especially a lot of prayer.
Is that what you've been doing up at Doc Parker's, praying?
Well, that and trying to figure out who she is.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in that.
So, can I go see her?
I suppose so. Just don't be gone too long. We have a lot of work to do around here.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I reckon I won't be seeing her till sundown. Better get back to work.
Well, it sure is good to hear the doc say that she's going to make a full recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I got to admit, I had my doubts, especially when I found her alongside of the road.
Sure shooting.
She had already lost a lot of blood.
Me too.
With a wound like that, with a wound like that, she'd likely be sprouting daisies out of her head and jumping over the moon.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Right.
You know, Reverend, sorry, I've been doing a wee bit of thinking here.
I can tell, Dad.
Well, how could you tell?
Because you weren't listening to a word I said.
You were talking?
I was.
Oh, well, my bad. I was I was thinking about something you said to me in the marshal earlier.
Okay.
You know, so, how do I say this? What were you before you were a reverend?
Well, I should have suspected that that's what you were thinking about, Tad.
Uh-huh.
I told you I'd tell you later, and well, now is later, so I might as well tell you.
Well, do tell.
When I was younger, I had a bit of a wild side, actually. For a while, as a matter of fact, I joined up with the Stockton gang.
The Stockton gang?
That I did. It took me a little while, a few months as a matter of fact, to figure out what kind of terrible things that gang was up to.
Well, that gang's the darndest, dirtiest outlaws there are. You're not still running with them, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Deputy. Yeah.
What? You don't?
Dad, I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
Don't be joking with me like that.
No way, I mean, once I figured out what kinds of terrible things that gang was doing, well, I left the gang. As a matter of fact, I helped the law find out where they were so they could hunt them down.
Well, that's a good thing right there.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that by God's grace and power, anybody can change, Deputy.
Well, I suppose you have a point there, sir.
I know.
Deputy Malone, we have a situation.
What's going on, Marshal?
She's gone.
Who's gone?
That outlaw.
What?
And that ain't the worst of it. Lacey Cooper's missing too.
What? Wait, little Lacey? Like little Lacey?
Marshal, why don't you go ahead and tell us what's going on?
All right. Young Lacey was up checking in on the outlaw, and Doc Parker had to go make a house call up at the Martin residence. When he got back, that outlaw and Lacey were nowhere to be found.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Marshal? We gotta do something. It's just a little Lacey. Just a girl.
Calm down there. Why don't we just search the town and see if we can find any trace of them?
Right. Good thinking, Reverend. Ted, you go search around the hotel. All right, Reverend, you check around the church. I'll see if I can't round up some more people to help us search.
Let's go get
All
ourselves
right.
an outlaw.
And good, thank you. You guys be careful. Watch yourselves.
We'll do.
Will do.
Lacey.
Well, you were right. Going down to that creek to get some fresh air was well needed.
I figured it would be. Much better than being stuck up in that stuffy hotel room.
Well, I appreciate it, young lady.
Name's Lacey.
Lacey, huh?
Yep, Lacey Cooper.
Well, it is very nice to meet you, Miss Lacey Cooper.
We haven't really met yet.
We haven't?
Nope, not till you tell me your name.
Oh, right. Well, my friends, my gang, rather, call me Shadow.
Shadow. That's a strange name.
Well, it's not my real name. It's just a nickname.
So, what's your real name?
Oh, well, my real name is, Clara. Clara Mason.
Clara. That's a much nicer name than Shadow.
Well, I suppose you're right, Miss Lacey.
Nice to meet you, Clara.
You too. So, Lacey, I need to know, why do you keep coming up to my hotel room and checking up on me?
Well, I wanted to make sure you're okay.
Me? You wanted to make sure I'm okay? Lacey, I'm just a thieving, good-for-nothing outlaw.
You may be a thieving outlaw, but that don't mean you're good for nothing.
I'm not so sure about that.
You matter.
I matter to who? I mean, my own gang even abandoned me.
Well, for starters, you matter to God.
I don't know. I've done a lot of bad things in my time.
But that doesn't mean you don't matter.
I ain't so sure. Well, Lacey, you are a good kid, but I think it's about time that I go back up to the hotel room before the doc gets there and notices I'm gone.
I found her! I found her! Marshal, come quick! Come quick!
Wait, Deputy Malone.
Well, you step on back, Lacey. You don't want to be a hero here.
It's okay. I took her down to the creek to get some fresh air.
Deputy, I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Now, how can I be so sure about that?
Well, I don't know how I can make you so sure.
Oh, I don't think you can. All right, you no good, darn dirty outlaw.
Deputy, I promise I'm not here to hurt anybody.
Oh, yeah?
Deputy.
Reverend! You can't go sneaking up on somebody with a loaded weapon!
Deputy, remember what you and I were talking about earlier?
That compassion?
Right, exactly. Why don't we give her a chance to explain herself?
All right, Reverend. Fine. But just because you said so. Right, now you go make it quick.
Young lady, can you tell us your name?
Clara Mason.
Claire. Miss Mason, my name is Reverend Jacob Young. I'm the one that found you alongside of the road out there.
You're the one that saves me.
Well, I brought you into town, but the town folk here, well, they've been taking care of you.
But why?
Why? What? Miss Mason, because you matter. You matter to God, and as followers of Jesus, we want to make sure that we're showing you compassion.
Well, I ain't so sure about that.
Miss Mason, were you the one that robbed the general store?
Reverend, yes I was.
I knew it! She admitted to it, now we got her.
Okay. Miss Mason, Mabel Cooper, she's the general store owner. She's wondering where the money is.
Well, I honestly don't know.
Well, ain't that mighty convenient for you? You don't know.
Alright, well, Smokey, one of the other gang members, rode off with the money and left me behind.
Oh, yeah? And where can we find this Smokey?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, you found her?
Oh, that we did, Marshal. And she just admitted to being the one that robbed the general
Oh,
store.
I knew she'd done it. You alright, Miss Lacey?
I'm fine, Marshall.
What you doing out here?
Well, I went down to the creek to get some fresh air, and now I'm on my way back up to the hotel room.
Well, I'm afraid that ain't gonna happen. Now that you're up, you're gonna have to stay in the jail.
I understand, Marshal.
Alright, come along.
Marshal, make sure you don't reopen that wound, all right?
Alright, understandable, Reverend.
You done a good thing, Miss Lacey. Just next time, make sure you let somebody know where you're off to.
Hey, you had me scared out of my britches. You gotta tell us.
All right, I will.
All right, well, we best go tell your mama where you're at so she can stop worrying about you.
Good idea, Reverend.
Come on. All right, out.
I'll keep an eye on the rest of the town.
All right, Deputy, keep a lookout for that Smokey.
All right, you no good, darn dirty outlaw, Smokey. You've done goofed up for the last time.